Bad baseball parents. Do they really have to be bad? Hey guys, Chris Sloan here with Bad Baseball and SelectBaseballTeams.com. Thanks for checking us out. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Also, check out our new merch store. We've got plenty of things like hats and shirts and all kinds of good stuff in there that you can pick up. So we'd love to have you check those out. One other thing I do want to mention is as of right now, we got about 499 subscribers. So thank you guys that have subscribed so far. If you're the next one to hit that button, maybe you'll be the 500 subscriber, which would be really cool to kind of get us over that hump of 500. It's been a long time trying to get there. And so we're really kind of excited about that. Okay, so this video is going to be part 2 of a 3-part series. We actually did the first part last week. I'll have a link up here at the top. You can click it, should slide out, and you can see the first part of the series there. And in that series, the first part, we talk about setting expectations, having player contracts and favoritism and that sort of thing. And this is really going to be a continuation of that. It's definitely geared towards coaches, but it's some ideas, tips and parents that you guys can take as well. They're going to help you out, okay? So the first thing you want to do is, if you're a coach, number 1, adding to the other, so I guess this is really number 4, is you want to track any issues that you have, right? So if your players, are late for practice, or they're not responsive, or they're really not giving you effort and just not into it, you want to note that. I mean, it doesn't mean everything becomes disciplinary, but ultimately what you do is you're starting to build a catalog of items so that if you do ultimately have to get some sort of discipline, you have kind of firepower to come back upon. So track any issues in the games, outside of the games, their uniform, anything that you want to keep track of that you've set as things that need to be addressed. Keep track of those. Okay. All right. Number 2. Open communication. Okay, this is one that coaches tend to want to avoid because sometimes they feel like parents are going to get angry, but the reality is you need to give them an open communication, right? So allow for communication between your parents and let them know that you are available, that you are there for conferences and to meet their needs, and it's going to be a much better thing for you, right? Because ultimately your end goal is to make their experience great, right? You want their kid to be able to perform to his best. You want the team to be able to perform to his best. And so if you can address those situations and say, hey, we're having some issues, can we talk about this, set up a time to speak, and you cut that off in communication, then you're going to be better off than just having that be avoided. Because what happens if you don't is they start talking with other parents, and then it becomes a really negative thing that you just don't want to have happen, and ultimately can just destroy the team pretty quickly. Okay? All right. Number 3, feedback, right? So if you've set up that communication, it gives you the opportunity to give feedback. You can say, hey, here's what I think Johnny could do better. Here's what he could do to improve. Here's why he's not getting so much playing time. I've got stats or whatever it is that you can show them as to, hey, he's at the 9 hole because he's batting, 100 or whatever. You have all of this information, but go to the parents, give them that feedback, and then start to get their buy-in and say, hey, here's the things that are really problematic for the team, and here's how you guys can work to improve them. Here's how he can get better, and ultimately everyone's gonna, again, have a better experience as a whole, right? So following up on last week, so there's 3 things from the last time. Now you can track the issues that you might have, open up lines of communication with parents, and then give them feedback and accept feedback from them, which goes along with that communication. Okay? All right. Hey, thanks guys again for checking us out. Obviously, be sure to check out the new merch store and get all the stuff that we've got here. Also check out some of the other videos we've got. Everything from bad coaching experiences to how to be a better parent and that sort of thing. So want to also mention that we do have a tournament coming up in October. It's October 19th and 20th. It's for 8U, 10U, and 12U. It'll be here in Fort Worth. We would love to have you guys come out and play with us during that weekend. We've only got a limited number of space, so make sure that you check out the website there and get your name on the list so we can see you guys, okay? All right, thanks again and have a good week, guys.